What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Afro Sheepdog. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be covering some juicy celebrity news. We're going to be reacting to a video. Shout out to Impressive. That's the name of the YouTube channel we're going to be reacting to. They cover a lot of great news. In today's case, we're going to be looking at the one and only Lizzo. Allegedly, she was fat shaming some of her dancers, and now they're suing her for it. So, the video is going to give us some details about it, and hopefully, we can get some clarity as to what the hell is going on. Let's get it.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. Lizzo is currently under fire and she's being sued by her former dancers Ariana Davis, Crystal Williams, and Noel Rodriguez. Now, all three of these ladies came together to file a lawsuit against Lizzo, her company Big Girl Big Touring, and also her dance captain Shirlene Quigley. They are claiming that they were sexually, religiously, and racially harassed. One of the shocking allegations is this. Lizzo allegedly took her dancers to a live sex show in Amsterdam's red light district, and they said Lizzo pressured her dancers to take turns touching some of the nude performers, allegedly. And also, they alleged, now these are some graphic details, but they alleged that Lizzo allegedly pressured them to catch toys launched from the performers' privates and also eat bananas protruding from some of the performers' private parts. And
what the fuck is going on? What level of debauchery is that? I mean, what? Let's keep going.
one of the dancers named Ariana Davis did not want to participate. In fact, Lizzo kept pressuring her to touch one of the nude performers and she was like, no. And then Lizzo's chant grew louder and more demanding. And eventually Ariana did what Lizzo asked because she probably felt like her job would be in jeopardy if she didn't do what Lizzo said. And Lizzo was wilding out. I think she was also asking her security to get up on stage and do something inappropriate. And a lot of the dancers around Lizzo were just aghast at her behavior and how little regard she had for them. She didn't even ask them if they wanted to even go to this show beforehand. They didn't know that Lizzo was taking them to a sex show. So Lizzo was wrong for that. If this is true, Lizzo was absolutely out of line for that. Also, the dancers that are suing Lizzo implied that Lizzo fat shamed them. Now, can you believe this? One of the dancers in particular, named Ariana Davis, said Lizzo pointed out that she was gaining weight and they would oftentimes ask questions about how committed she was to performing because they noticed that she put on a few pounds.
The fucking effrontery, the impetus to actually do some stupid shit like that. You of all people, you who's the reason that unhealthy people are just walking around with all the pride in the world, you of all people? Nah. This story gotta be cap. I refuse to believe that this story is real. It's gotta be cap. If this is not cap and this is how she actually, you know what? I'm actually not surprised. Because when you create a world where people like this get to act any which way they want to, and you continually give them passes, they feel untouchable. This chick has been doing all kinds of salacious shit on stage, and we call it body positivity. Stupid shit. This is where we are today as a society, continually giving passes to absolute debauchery within our community. This is what you end up with. Oh my God.
And the lawyer representing the dancers in the lawsuit said that Lizzo would privately weight shame her dancers and demean them in ways that are illegal and demoralizing. Wow. Now, this is crazy to hear. This is crazy to hear because Lizzo is the same one who cries and cusses people out anytime they shame her about her weight. Lizzo has been body shamed throughout her whole career, and she has been the one who claims that she speaks up for the big women out there. She has even tried to garner sympathy over being body shamed.
Sometimes I feel like the world just don't love me back.
Look at this uppity ass motherfucker. Oh my god. Yo, the way I hate people, I hate these people with a passion. I hate. Oh, you make my skin crawl.
But a lot of people don't like me because of the way I look. And I'm like, it's fat phobic, and it's racist, and it's hurtful.
If you ever approach this channel with any fat phobic nonsense like that, oh my mama, we gonna have a problem. Listen, I'm not in. I got my little. I'm not calling myself the best shape. What I'm saying is hold your goddamn self accountable. Get this nonsense. Yeah, it's how you get ugly on the inside and outside. Ugh.
I'm doing this shit for the big black women in the future who just want to live their lives without being scrutinized or put into boxes.
You couldn't even fit in the box, baby. You couldn't even fit in the fucking box. Too goddamn big.
I wake up and we dance and we do cardio together, and I go to the gym and I do strength training, and I'm a vegan and I fucking eat kale. I got stamina, bitch. Energy, bitch. So why the fuck does my body have anything to do with what the fuck you doing? So I do this for all the people. Like big black girls, hell yeah.
I call fucking cap. I call cap on everything she just said there. Talking about I eat kale. Nah, nigga. You eat hell.
Big black girls with back fat, bellies that hang, long titties, fat arms, all the shit I got. Thighs that touch and rub and chafe and start fires, double chins. I do this for all of us, but I also do this for people who are constantly getting criticized. Like, look around.
So as you can see, Lizzo has always been very outspoken when people would talk about her weight. And she has kind of been like the face of body positivity. And so the fact that she was allegedly making comments about one of her dancers' weight gain and allegedly criticizing her dancers over their weight is really crazy to me, and it's a complete contradiction to everything Lizzo represents and stands for. Also, there were some other complaints about harassment from Lizzo's employees. They would sometimes make racially charged and fat phobic comments, and some of the dancers complained that they weren't being compensated fairly. And this is a big issue in the dance community because a lot of these dancers don't really get paid the way they should. So there were some allegations about unfair pay. Also, there was a complaint that Lizzo's dance captain would impose her religious beliefs on one of the dancers named Noel, and another dancer named Ariana claimed that this same dance captain would make comments about her virginity. So the work environment was uncomfortable for some of the dancers, and now they're coming out with a lawsuit because some of them are free to speak out now that they no longer work with Lizzo. One of the dancers named Crystal Williams spoke up during an intense meeting that Lizzo had with her dancers. In this meeting, Lizzo was accusing her dancers of drinking, and Crystal actually stood up to Lizzo and told her that none of them were drinking. And it so happened 5 days after that, Lizzo's tour manager fired Crystal. And Crystal did say that the manager told her that they fired her because of budget cuts, but Crystal doesn't feel like that's the case. She feels like she was fired because she stood up to Lizzo. And another dancer named Noel Rodriguez complained about the firing of Crystal, and she felt like Lizzo only fired her as an intimidation tactic. So I guess the dancers felt this anxiety that if they spoke up and didn't fall in line, they could potentially lose their jobs. But Noel Rodriguez did reach her breaking point and she actually quit. And according to the lawsuit, Lizzo responded by cracking her knuckles and balling her fists and saying she was lucky that she quit. Child. She also flipped her middle finger at Noel and yelled a slur at her, allegedly. Also, Ariana Davis dealt with a lot of fear. They had very grueling rehearsals, and one time during rehearsal, Ariana Davis soiled her pants because she was
What
too
kind
afraid
of
to leave
Nazi camp
rehearsal
is
to
this chick
use the
running? What the
restroom.
fuck? This what? Okay, soiled herself can mean a couple of things. All right, so I'm gonna lean on the less nasty side and say this bitch peed. But if you made a bitch shit on herself because she was so scared to leave and go to, oh my god. Again, it's usually these ones that are begging for the most sympathy. Yeah? The ones that are begging for the most of your love and all these stupid shits. Are the meanest ones, man. Ugly on the inside and outside. My God.
Also, she got fired because she took out her phone and recorded while Lizzo was having a meeting with her dancers. Lizzo was very furious about this recording, and she and her dance captain berated Ariana. So this whole story is
I don't even know what to
absolutely
say at this point.
crazy. And when you hear these things, it just seems like a complete contradiction to the persona that Lizzo portrays. She claims that she's about love and empowerment and positivity, and to hear that her dancers have been working in a hostile environment like this is really unfortunate to hear. And I will
Wow. Wow. What a video. What is going on with these people? And frankly speaking, I'm really not surprised. You find this a lot with, like she said, right? People with these really high insecurities, they tend to take it out on people around them, right? Um, and taking a step further, this is actually something that is prevalent within the black community. Um, I want to use Black Lives Matter as an example, right? It's a very Marxist mindset where you do one thing outside and then you are really being the direct opposite of what you're talking about indoors, right? So you garner all this attention, you garner all this value, quote unquote, right? Based on acting one way and saying you're going to put out love and positivity and you're helping the community and this, and that. But within your own immediate space, you do the opposite of that. So, again, in this situation, what we're seeing is a person who pretends to be one thing outside, all allegedly, pretends to be one thing outside, but really, as you see, so many people within and around her circle, at least people who have been within that space, are really speaking to the reality of her actual personality. And that's really something to be careful about. But at the same time, it's really something we should check within our community. We can't keep letting these bad faith actors um, take these podium points, right? So I'm so disappointed too because you hope that somebody who's moving around with this level of a low self-esteem could actually do something better with people around them, or at least share some of that love that they're receiving. But here we are. So uh, I hope you enjoy that video. It's a very interesting one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Getting a pack back together. Let's go.